folks, and welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. I'm your host, John, and with me this week is Michael.
Hello.
And Rose.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Yes.
Hello.
Hello, my friends. Hello. Folks, it has been yet another tremendous week for video games. Can't wait to talk about it with you.
That's interesting, because last week, didn't they, end? Didn't we declare them over?
Yeah, but they came back, immediately afterwards.
Yeah. It was just a formality.
This 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This 5 minutes with Adam was great.
Peace on Earth.
I read a book.
What?
Great.
Yeah.
You know those things that they used to put in the game cases that were that had the words on them?
Yeah.
They make those but about other things instead of just instructions how to play games.
What?
What, like hints and cheats?
I thought they stopped making all of them.
No, I mean they have some that are about stories, and some of them are about things that happened.
Like DLC.
Yeah,
it's
but
DLC
for real life.
for your brain.
Oh. Can't wait to see that ad at Barnes & Noble's.
They might as well. I mean, what other what ads do they have at Barnes & Noble? I don't know.
That reminds me that I actually looked at some of my old 360 games earlier, and I found the Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition, and that thing comes with this big book of a guide for every single quest in the game, and that's fucking cool.
I loved The Witcher 3. I don't remember if the new edition with the DLC comes with it, but the original edition came with all kinds of shit. It came with an explanation to the world if this was the first game you had played. It came with a big map. It came with a bunch of stickers. It came with a soundtrack, and it came with a little note that was it was we love it when people pay for our games instead of pirating them. So to make you feel good about doing that, we packaged all the stuff in here.
Yeah.
Thanks for not being a thief.
Yeah, they've always been like that, because I remember when I bought The Witcher 1 years ago, it came with developer interviews, because it was only on PC, it came with just a ton of MP4s you could download. That was yeah, it was. That's cool.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
Don't get me wrong.
You know what Brink?
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it.
You know what Brink came with?
No.
What did Brink come with?
The classic, wonderful game Brink, and that's all you need is Brink.
It's true. I remember that Bethesda earnings call where they said all you need is Brink.
Yes. That's all I need, and 7 other people who own Brink to play it. So everyone buy Brink, and let's play it. Deal?
No deal.
Why not?
Yeah, no deal.
Why doesn't anyone want to
Howie,
play?
I'm gonna have to say no deal.
No one wants to play good. Yeah, Howie. Yeah, that's a real fucking callback. Jesus Christ.
Is it?
Yeah, callback.
Let's talk about the weakest link.
I mean, if you want to.
Sure. All right. That show was all right.
Yeah. I never saw it.
I didn't really watch it.
You didn't what?
I never saw it. I never watched game shows other than Jeopardy.
Well, that's the game. That's the best one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, yeah. So why would I watch any other ones? It's just like you said, why play anything but Brink? Why watch anything but Jeopardy?
So you're saying Jeopardy is as good as Brink?
Brink is the Jeopardy of video games. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boy, video games suck. Or Jeopardy sucks. One or the other.
It's you can interpret what you want it to mean.
All right.
Alex Trebek is gonna materialize out of your computer to throw fists with you, Rose. You're starting trouble right now.
Am I, or am I complimenting him? Again, it's all up to interpretation.
I mean, as long as you put it in the form of a question, maybe he'll forgive you.
Yeah. This game might be as good as Jeopardy.
What is Alex Trebek's forgiveness?
He just rests his hand on your shoulder and he's like, "That is incorrect." And that's the end of it. just fires a beam of pure energy and eviscerates you.
IBM's Watson comes in and says, "You will die now." Why are you still with Watson? I am Watson. Oh no.
Oh goodness. So, electronic interactive entertainment.
E3?
Let's discuss it.
EIE.
No.
Oh, interactive. Eh.
I mean, we can talk about I.O., we can talk about Hitman.
Eh.
Mm.
That'll probably come up.
Eh.
Rose, why don't we start with you? What's been going on?
I don't know. What have I done this week? I started Link's Awakening again because I felt like playing a Zelda.
Uh-huh.
That's a good game. Kirby's in that game.
Yes.
It's really weird.
What?
Kirby's in that game. Did you not know that?
No.
Do you know about the Chain Chomps in that game?
I do remember that.
Do you know about the Goombas?
No.
There's like yeah. You literally like walk out on the beach right at the beginning of the game and there's Gordos. Kirby. They're just there, the spike guys. They're just there. Kirby's there. You kill Kirby and I don't like that.
He's the anti-Kirby, isn't he? Isn't that what he's called?
Yeah, probably. That sounds like they do.
Isn't that just like Meta Knight or something?
No, Meta Knight's like... Well, actually, maybe, because he's like an anti-hero. Yeah, he's like the anti-Kirby.
And I mean, wasn't there like the evil mirror Kirby or something from Amazing Mirror?
Yeah, and he's gray or something.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I thought Meta Knight was a good guy.
Meta Knight is a good guy. He's like an anti-hero. You can play him in Meta Nightmare and Nightmare in Dreamland, and that's really cool.
Alright.
Like he like pretty much all the stuff that he does is to like test Kirby's abilities, stuff like that.
Oh, he's a dick. Okay.
Yes, yeah, he's kind of a dick.
He's like an old samurai instructor, basically.
So
with
he's
a Spanish
dick.
accent in the anime.
Wait, what?
He has a Spanish accent in the anime. He says Kirby and stuff like that. He sounds like Antonio Banderas.
I don't want to know anything else about the Kirby lore.
You should learn
I'm
so
done.
much. There's
no.
We should watch some of the Kirby anime sometime.
Oh, it's really
Sakurai
good.
Sakurai actually had influence on that.
I believe it because it's really good. Like it's the best anime adaptation of a game probably that I've ever seen. It's just really cute. King DDD has a great voice in the dub.
I'm a little bummed because Sakurai actually decided against using the dub voice for Smash Bros. Like they almost did that, but he said that he they used the dub voice for Meta Knight.
Yeah,
like he's got the Spanish accent in Smash Bros. But like I guess Sakurai was just like, you know what, I want to make weird noises in Smash Bros. So I'm doing it.
I know his wife's Kirby. That's cute.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know she does all the menus for his games.
Yeah, she did Kirby apparently in Smash 4 at least.
Wild. All right, she did a good job. So what other games did you play, Rose?
Let me think about this. I did. I started up Fire Emblem Path of Radiance as well because I felt like trying an old Fire Emblem. Because I'm also playing Revelations, but I was like, I think the old ones were good too. And I've never played Path of Radiance as the GameCube one. It has Ike in it. I immediately missed all of the, like, quality of life changes that are in Awakening and every other game after it. Because let me tell you, it's so slow. It's so slow. It's like playing actual chess instead of, like, fun, fast chess. But it's still good.
Fucked up.
I don't know, Ike's there. Ike's good.
That's true, he is there.
Let me think, what else did I do? I keep trying to play Fire Emblem Heroes, but I don't know if you've heard about Takumi in that game.
I see people, like, mentioning some problems with him.
So
I don't know exactly what it is.
He's like an archer, alright? He's from Fire Emblem Fates. And, he is a 5-star character in Heroes. And in Heroes, they have this PvP mode where you can, like, fight other players, like, teams. They don't control it, but, like, it, like, sets up AI for them, basically. And everyone has Takumi, and it sucks because Takumi's an archer, but he can do, like, archer stuff at melee range. And the compensation for archers is supposed to be they can do high damage, but nothing at melee range. But Takumi can just do it at melee range too? So...
Oh, God.
He just does like 50 damage in a single hit. So the only way to deal with him is if you have someone who can also deal like 50 damage in a hit. Because he also has like 50 health, which is crazy in that game.
That's really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. So I haven't made much progress in that because of that.
Yeah, I haven't even finished the like story mode in that game yet, just because, I just kind of pop on and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good way to play it, I think. Instead of just, I have friends who have spent money on it, and I'm like,
what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Well, I don't know. They all have 5-star characters, and I have none. So, like, maybe I'm in the wrong here.
I still feel so bad, like, every time you mention that, because I have, like, 3.
Yeah, it must... I'm glad for you.
I would give you one if I could. If there was some way to, like, trade characters, I would gladly give you one, but...
Alas. The gotcha games.
Come on, Nintendo. Let me give Rose, like, my 5-star Crom or something.
Crom.
But do you not want Crom?
No, it's fine. I'll take any 5-star at this point.
Alright, fair enough.
I keep trying. What did I do? What else did I do? I don't think I did anything else. I keep playing Berseria, but it's so long. JRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
It still has a good story, so yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I've done.
Alright. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello, good
Hi,
morning.
Good morning.
Are you going to be late for class?
No, don't even. I still have high school dreams about, like, forgetting my locker combination, or do I have my books and, like, my homework and shit? Like, missing the bus. Missing the bus is, like, one of the ones that comes up frequently. And it's always because when I would leave high school to go catch the buses were lined up around the school, but there were a ton of buses, and mine was typically towards the back. But sometimes they don't arrive in the same order they usually do, so that you would go to the back and you didn't know within the next, like, 10 minutes if my bus is further back, all the way at the front. Where is it? Does it have a different number today? So, like, I guess that's stuck in my head because I still have those dreams.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's not, like, not debilitating. I wake up and go, like, oh, yeah, right. Fuck that. I'm an adult.
I fell asleep on the bus once.
How was it?
It was bad because, normally my bus stop was, like, 5 minutes away from from where I lived, and I fell asleep and nobody noticed that I was there until after they used that same bus to go pick up and drop, and no, they didn't drop off the kids because I felt like one of the kids would have seen me, but, like, they were waiting to pick up elementary school kids on the other end of town, so the poor bus driver is just sitting there waiting for, like, elementary school to let out, and all of a sudden my dumb ass pops up and I'm like, oh.
That is like the pilot of some sort of sitcom or something.
Yeah. And, like, now you have to go to that school. Like,
yeah,
it was the rules, kid.
16-year-old kid going back to elementary school. Oy.
That's orange, you idiot. And just, like, acing all the classes. I drew a perfect square.
2 + 2? Really?
Let's multiply these motherfuckers. Let's get hard.
Oh my god. I actually had a really bad experience with multiplication because I had a lot of trouble with it. But when I was learning it, the teacher that I had was like, listen, this sounds like something that would be, like, made up on, like, an MRA forum or something, but I swear to God this happened. she was like grading a lot of the boys in the class like more harshly than the girls. Like my mom actually had to step in and tell her to quit it because I was getting like really bad test scores on things that like I shouldn't have been getting, like for real. So I had a really hard time learning multiplication because she didn't teach it right and failed me on like all of my math tests and shit.
That's a weird story. That sounds...
I believe it because like I've had teachers who are like similar to that, where they like just like, oh, I don't like you, so
you fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't even do anything in the fucking class. Like I mean, I hung out with like a bunch of the other nerd kids, and I think she just didn't like the nerd boys, so she just like tried to fail us. Like, and I
believe it.
Yeah, like I didn't do shit. Like just because I was like, even if they were causing trouble, I'm a good boy.
Uh-huh.
Mostly. Michael, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, you know.
I don't. That's why I asked.
Stuff. Let me go over the many things I've done. I'm drinking this Arizona tea.
Sounds nice.
It's called RX Energy, but the RX is like in the prescription thing, so it's Prescription Energy Herbal Tonic. Which I feel like those are kind of like prescription and herbal. Those are terms you hear very often.
Mm-hmm.
Here, have this prescription. It's earthy. Like it tastes good. It's good. I'm gonna sip on it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. It just splashed back into my nose, so we're going good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Smelly.
I've got these Pop-Tarts here. They're Dunkin' Donuts limited edition vanilla latte.
Oh.
They're good.
How do they taste?
Like a vanilla latte.
Good.
Yeah.
So what games have you been playing, my dude?
There's still tea in my nose. Hold on. Ugh.
Okay.
This is, at some point, I'm just leaking tea. I don't know. I played a little more Disney Infinity. That game's still okay. I played a little more Watch Dogs 2. That game still kind of sucks. I guess I'll try and finish it. But, that game is not enjoyable or fun to play.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm disappointed to hear you say it, because I've only watched the LP, like I've said, but it seemed at least fun to play at certain parts. But
it is.
I suppose eventually it all feels the same.
Yeah, it's not like the things you do aren't unfun. And there's certainly a lot of stuff to do, but some of it's not really explained well, like, or at all. Some of it's explained briefly. It's just, it feels like it lacked a really good tutorial mission or two of like, here's how you use your phone. Here are the different, like, say what you will about Grand Theft Auto, but they let you, and it takes maybe a little too long, but they let you go like, here's this one mission. You can repeat this mission 100 times if you want, but you have to do it this one time. It's tennis. Have fun. Okay, you're done? Great. Okay, here's this other mission. You're driving a tow truck for your cousin. You're going to do it this one time. You can make money if you do it. You don't have to ever do it again. All right, cool. You can go here and play golf if you want. Cool. All right. Now here's a bank robbery mission. Have fun. They don't do that in Watch Dogs. There's no like go hack this thing, go steal this thing, go. It's just do these missions. Have fun, dude. Like there's
it's really,
there's no teaching like alternative paths to it.
It's really weird because like even Assassin's Creed, which is like the best analog I can think to that game, like they do missions like that, like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. They say like the optional like town building part of it. They run you through it. Like here's how you do this. Here's the money to like do this, or here's like you can do the sigil glyph things they hide in the environment or whatever. Like here's how you do one of those. Like they do that. But like watching Watch Dogs 2, it was like you get the drone and they don't teach you how to use the drone. They just have like a little video in the menu, and like they don't like the little rolling drone, the one with the wheels. Like they don't teach you how to use that one either. You just get it. You just spec into it, which is really odd.
Some of it's fine because a lot of it's just self-explanatory and they teach you the basics, so they all branch off of that. And some of the like extra missions are just collectibles. They just like instead of collecting something, it's a research point and you can upgrade your stuff with them. Like, okay, cool. But I don't know, it's just I finally took a second and like looked at my missions and realized like, oh, these individual little windows or pictures is like, oh, this one's the story mission, I assume. This one's a side mission. This one's a side mission. This one is its own branch side mission that's maybe a story mission. Like, I found a set of missions that let you go around and take selfies with landmarks in San Francisco. And you just earn points that way. And I just had more fun doing that than sneak into this house and hack these things and don't get shot, because you're gonna die in 3 hits. Like, it's such a shame that, because there's neat stuff in there, but it looks like they spent most of their time on the style of the game than they did with like, is this game actually fun to play minute to minute? No? Yeah. Oh well. It's shiny looking. Like, that's about it.
The thing that gets me about that game the most is, in the narrative, they act like they're like really, really like they don't understand why anyone would think they were bad. But you kill so many people in that game. You kill so many people in that game. And it's really jarring to me.
I mean, it's a video game. Like,
no, I know. But like the narrative itself specifically goes into like, they're gonna kill like whatever, like this thing, like, oh, this mercenary group or whatever is really bad. And it's like, you're just doing the same thing. It's really weird.
That's a video game. Like,
yeah.
It was just like, I don't know. They like barely make any like effort to like really legitimize it though, because I just remember I played through the demo and there's just this part where they're like talking about how like important it is to stick up to the man with like by hacking them and exposing them and all that stuff. But then like a minute later, Wrench is like bringing you over and he's just like, yeah, by the way, dude, you can just go over here and 3D print yourself an assault rifle, you know, like, like, all right, why am I bothering hacking these people if I can just kill them? Like, it's weird.
Yeah. I think that's the disparity to me.
Yeah. Like, you can kill cops in that game. You can, like, in your missions, and they don't tell you to do it, but it's like, hey, you can hack this car to drive forward really quickly and run over this cop if you want. Like, but it's a video game, and all they did was they had designed the video game first because they had to build that first. Mm-hmm. Then they did the art because that also takes forever. And then at some point they hired some writers and they said, we're in San Francisco, and they wrote it all. And then they layered the writing on top of everything else, and it disconnects because it's not created in conjunction. Like, to call back to Assassin's Creed, like, a lot of that feels like it's created together, because the story reinforces the environment, reinforces the characters, reinforces the mechanics of, like, you're spending half the game of Assassin's Creed, like, justifying your actions of, like, killing these people, whereas Watch Dogs, like, I don't know, we're wacky.
Yeah. I think it's more to me like that they just act like you hacked, like that's all you did after a mission, and they never acknowledge it is the weirdest part.
Yeah,
I'd be fine if they were like, we did it or whatever, but like it's so weird.
They should just lean into it and just have it be a crazy group of people of like, oh no, this is totally justified. They're doing, or make the enemies worse, like make them actual they have taken over our freedoms. They track us and we aren't allowed to do these things. So we operate outside of that. Like, make it the Matrix. Just make it the Matrix. Bring Keanu Reeves in. He sits on a beach and fires a gun up into the air. These are all the same movie.
All right. Watch Dogs 3.
Drive a bus, 55 miles per hour, and then you're in the subway. I forget how that movie ends. Cruise Control, second one. What else have I been playing? I played some of that there For Honor.
Oh, how was it?
I played the beta. I didn't play the actual finished product, even though the beta ended a day before the actual finished product came out. So, that game is really intimidating the first 2 or 3 times you play a match. It is a lot going on. the tutorial is really good. Like, the tutorial kind of bridges that gap a bit between seeing that game and just thinking, oh, this is just a cacophony of things in front of me happening. I don't know what any of it is. Like, it kind of takes you through it step by step of like, oh, this is how you parry. This is how you break someone's guard. This is how you do this. It kind of pieces it together a bit. But then when it's all playing out in motion, it's a little difficult to kind of grasp what's happening. So like you can choose to be a knight, a Viking, or a samurai in each one of those three, and I think there's more in the final game. Or at the very least, each one of them has classes, and I think there are more classes in the final game for sure. And those classes can be like, this guy's heavier, does more damage, but moves slower, or this guy is better at range. This guy is better at dodging and like hitting someone and dodging. You choose like a faction that you want to be a part of, but it doesn't matter which faction you choose because it's just your team. Because you can choose to be Viking, samurai, or knight in a battle. It doesn't matter. So if you choose a Viking team, you can play as a samurai in the battle, which is exactly what I did. I only played as the samurai because I liked moving quickly, and I didn't really unlock much for him or her or whoever it was. I guess they're gender agnostic. Or no, I think they have... I didn't really look at it. I think there's male and female choices. I don't remember. But you can customize your individual class with like items that you collect and unlock. And that's like anything. It's like a sword hilt. It's like a blade. It's a shoulder pad. It's a mask. And all these you can sell these for money, and then you can use the money to open more packs. I think more like packs of stuff that will get you more items that could increase your attack but lowers your stamina, or increases your stamina recharge but lowers your overall health. And I guess the rarer the items, the bigger the impacts that this stuff has. But the game itself, I only played, I guess it was just point capture, where there's 3 points. Your little minion dudes rush out, they clash with the enemy minion dudes, and then there are 4 players per team. And you can just like rush through minions. Like you can just slash them all down. You can do like 2 or 3 at a time if you catch enough. So that's no problem. So by yourself, you can just like capture point. It's no problem. You just kill all the minions, just like a League of Legends or any other MOBA. And then and then when you face off against another human player, you get 3 choices of which way to block and which way to send your attack. And it's up, left, or right. And if they are, and you can see whichever direction they have their attack and their defense in, and then you can put yours in whichever one. And it's essentially just constant rock, paper, scissors. Of like, I have mine on the left, they approach me, they have theirs up, so I switch mine up because I don't want to get hit. And then they switch theirs to the left, so I need to either match that or switch real quick and attack. And maybe they see that coming and block, and then they have a chance to attack. Like, it's just cat and mouse constantly. And it is fucking nerve-wracking. Like, that game is stressful as all get out. It's a lot of me just quickly jamming on all kinds of buttons just to hope I survive. That game's fun. Like, it's really neat. I've heard some people kind of denounce some of the free-to-play stuff in it, but I ran into some of that stuff, but none of it seemed too egregious. But then again, I was only playing the beta, so who knows?
All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah. So it just seems to be like, correct me if I'm. Do you know the game Chivalry?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like AAA Chivalry?
No, it's not like.
No.
It feels like that, but I don't know. It feels more like. God, I don't even know what to compare it to. Like like Chivalry just felt like more, I guess, along the Dark Souls line of like, I'm committing to this animation. Whereas this feels like a little more, I don't even know what to equate it to. It does feel more like a MOBA of like, I have to know the right time when to like rush in and attack. But there's no like, it's not as complicated as a MOBA. It's, you can just run in and start attacking someone. It's fine. but it's more like head games. It's more just like messing with the other person and trying to figure out like what is their strategy, what is my strategy to respond to that, what's my strategy going in, what happens if they, like what happens if they could easily outdo me there, or like, and sometimes you have to keep your head on a swivel as well. Like you rush in, you only see one guy and you're like, cool, I can take this guy on. And then suddenly from behind, his friend is attacking you. But your ally is right over there. Do you run to them and hope they turn around, or you just book it? Like there's a lot, it's constantly moving pieces on this game board of trying to figure out when to rush in and attack and when to just like, I need to get the hell out of here or I'll die. It even has like the points system. So it's first to 1,000, and once you hit 1,000, their team is in retreat, and then if you kill them all, they're all dead permanently and you win. But you can drop below 1,000. So whenever you capture a point, you get an additional 100 points. So very quickly, even if you have all 3 points, if they're able to capture one of them, you lose that 100 points bonus. So like, let's say you have just over 1,000, you've killed all but one, but they capture a point. Now you have below 1,000 and all their dudes can respawn. So again, kind of like a MOBA, things can suddenly swing the other way. And suddenly you're both like at 800 and now you're just fighting to capture a point so that you could push yourself over 1,000 again and try and finish them off. So it seems really fun. Like I don't think I'll pick it up just yet. And I guess because it's a multiplayer game, I maybe will never pick it up. But it seems real neat. I hope the free-to-play stuff isn't as egregious as some people seem to say it is. I need to watch more of it to see.
Yeah, the only thing I would be worried about is the fact that it affects stats. Like that's part of the reason why, as minute as it was, I didn't like it in TF2. Because it was like, oh, I just don't have that gun, so I'll just never be as good as that dude unless I want to spend $5.
Yeah, there is other stuff. There's like champion status. There's other things that affect, that is real world money. I'd have to go look to see if money equates to those items or not, but I haven't. It seemed like that's what the free to play like hooks, even though it's $60. That seemed like what it would be. Like as soon as I saw it, like as soon as I was opening like a package, I was like, oh, okay, that's what this is. Got it. But they also they all had negative effects too, and I don't know if bigger items would have that as well, but they all had negative effects. So maybe that's the way down the line of all of them. I bet better weapons just have less negative against you and just do more positive at some point. So I don't know. That game seems neat. That's about it.
That's it?
Yeah, unless you want me to talk about Tap Tycoon.
That's it then.
You tap it. The trick to Tap Tycoon. No. Here's your top secret tip for Tap Tycoon. You can use multiple fingers.
What?
Yeah, don't tap with one hand. Don't be that bozo. Get 4 or 5 fingers in there. I'm usually a 3-finger person. But jam your digits onto your screen.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Tip.
Thank you.
Tap Tycoon tip of the day.
Great.
Yeah.
Never again.
Next week.
Okay, so me, John. Yeah, I know. Nobody wants to hear it. More Yakuza, more Hitman. That old hat. But I also, since we last recorded, I bought some... Do you have a problem, Michael?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I also bought some cheap DS and a 3DS game on the cheap. The DS game is the original Professor Layton. I'm sure that I've mentioned years ago playing that, but I figured now I should actually play through at least one of the games because I love Phoenix Wright so much and I liked the character of Professor Layton in Layton vs. Wright on the 3DS a couple years ago. So I was like, I want to actually get to know the story of Professor Layton. Plus, funnily enough, Professor Layton just turned 10 years old this first game.
Wow.
So I figured I'd give it a shot. Yeah, decade-old franchise. That's crazy.
To me, it feels older. I don't know
Doesn't
why.
it?
It feels like he's been around since like the Game Boy.
Professor, I dropped all these matchsticks.
That famous line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember when Luke says that? It's great. It's one of those things where it's like, it really hit me. I think last year was Ace Attorney's 15th anniversary.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I mean, it doesn't feel like it, but that's because those games came out on GBA in Japan, like back then. But we didn't get it for like another 5 or 6 years on when they did the DS remakes.
Yeah.
So
Did we get Layton sooner?
we got Layton pretty immediately because I think Nintendo pushed it as a Touch Generations game.
Oh, sure.
But we're behind,
So
aren't we, on Layton? Like, we're 2 or 3 behind?
No, we caught up pretty quick.
I think we're 1 behind.
I don't know because they've started to put them out on mobile now because they're not
doesn't
really
count.
coming out on Nintendo consoles.
That doesn't count.
No, well,
No, like they're proper games, right?
That doesn't count.
Oh, dang.
I mean they put out those Layton Brothers games. I think there's 1 or 2 of those, and I don't know if those. Yeah, I don't know if those are in canon, but I think the next one that is an actual canon release is that Lady Layton game, and I think that might also be coming out on 3DS. It might be 3DS and mobile or something like that. I have no idea, but
Professor,
I don't know.
couch cushions are stained. However, will we flip them all over? I don't know why. Couch cushions.
Luke's just spilling fucking spaghetti sauce over the couch.
Looks like an actual child.
I spilled the grape juice all over the... Damn it. Just got these matches all put up.
Oh, come on. Layton wouldn't cuss.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Layton is bubbling on the inside. He's ready to snap.
He's a gentleman.
No, I feel like he doesn't know what swear words are. I feel like he would just say oh, darn, and then he would cover his mouth after he says it.
Oh, Poppy Cook.
Oh, butter snatch. Oh.
How about this? This is what real. Okay, so he's he doesn't curse. He doesn't do anything. He's very polite. He's very nice.
Yes.
But secretly, all those murders, he did it. Wow. What better mind to establish all these riddles that point to somebody else's guilt than Professor Layton? Or maybe Luke did it, because Luke solves half the riddles anyway.
He doesn't come up with the riddles, he just solves them.
Yeah,
We don't know that, though,
the
do
day
we?
before, he's sitting there tying string to thumbtacks and rearranging luggage. He's the one putting the luggage on the train, and someone's like, "Oh, the train can't leave." He's like, "I'll do it."
It's showing up in a fucking cloak, just whispering into the townspeople's ears, when the professor shows up, ask him what color cat matches the description.
Oh, all right, that's a weird request, but okay. Also, give him this incomplete Rubik's cube for me, thanks. Anyways, see ya.
Just give him these picker-rats, he'll know what to do.
It'll be fine. Okay, stranger.
The other game that I got was I hope I pronounced this correctly.
Oh boy.
Are you
I'm looking at it right now.
Are you having trouble? What's going on?
Wait.
Yes, it's
Wait.
theater rhythm.
No.
Theater rhythm.
Theater rhythm.
Theater rhythm.
Theater rhythm. Final Fantasy Curtain Call.
Good
Oh,
one.
it's the last one. Thank God.
I guess.
They
No
made
more.
a mobile
I mean,
one.
there were only 2. There was the first one, which was just called what it was,
Theater
and then
Rhythm.
there's Curtain Call. Theater rhythm.
Teach rhythm.
Theater rhythm.
Teach rhythm.
It's
I don't-
theater rhythm.
my-
Theater rhythm.
Theater rhythm.
Theater rhythm. Yeah.
My mouth doesn't like to say that.
It's okay.
But I really like this game.
Yeah.
I really like it. This is pretty much the second Final Fantasy game I've ever played. I didn't finish 6 yet, but I was like, you know what? This is $15. I really like rhythm games.
I like the idea that you've never finished a single Final Fantasy game, So the second one you try is the one based on all their music.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of this music. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard a lot of this music before.
I mean, it's been used a lot. And a lot of it's like the Chocobo song and the battle winning song and even the battle songs are pretty ubiquitous across different games, but still,
I'm still having fun. Like, I don't know. It's a very well made rhythm game. If you're someone who's curious about like playing I wouldn't call it like an easy rhythm game, but it's something that's very easy to get into, difficult to master sort of thing, because all the controls are just tapping the screen. So what you do is there's three different types of notes. All it is the red ones are just a tap, the green ones are hold down on the screen and then release at the end, and then there are yellow ones that are like a swiping motion, and you just have to match the direction that it's pointing at. That's it. Like, there's nothing else too crazy fancy about it, no crazy button combinations. It's just really fun, and the backgrounds are all like Final Fantasy battles, or like you get to like make your own party out of classic characters, where like Rose said, there's a lot of fan service sort of deal where it's like, my party is Terra from Final Fantasy VI, and who else is it? Well, my party it's Terra, it's who else is in my party? The guy from Mystic Quest, because I thought that was funny that they have stuff from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest in it. Zidane from Final Fantasy IX, and someone else.
Cloud.
No, it was not Cloud. It was a lady. I forget who. Oh, Lightning.
Nice.
That's who it was.
Yep, there you go. It's basically Cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Cloud. But no, I still really enjoy it, and I don't think you have to be a big Final Fantasy nut to enjoy it, even though I think you'll like it twice as much if you are. But yeah, that's what I played.
Yeah, the thing I like about that game is just all the different like stages you can go through. Like the one that's set up basically like it's an FF battle, and there's HP and abilities and stuff. It's just like, it's nice.
Yeah, there's like a quest mode that you can go through that's like, it's almost like an arcade mode sort of thing, where it's like you can travel. It's supposed to be like traveling to a dungeon to fight a boss. So what you do is you'll start at the beginning, and then you'll go through the map, and if you run into a battle, then you play a song that's like a battle theme from one of the games. And then as you're going, you can also just play through like a field song, which is like a traveling theme from one of the games. And then you fight the boss, and you play one of the boss themes from Final Fantasy games. It's like they just take songs from the series and like insert them into the map, and it's really neat how they do it. And yeah, you can like equip items and abilities to your characters, so when you're fighting, they'll be able to attack, and you'll get new items. You can use those items to unlock new characters, and it's wild. There's even DLC from like other non-Final Fantasy games. Like they have DLC where you could buy songs from like Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. It's good.
And like Bravely Default and stuff like that. Like, I mean, if they have like the Bravely Default like normal battle song, I gotta buy that. I'll drop 99 cents on that because that song's fucking incredible.
Yeah. I never played Curtain Call. I played the original. Does it still have the Dark Notes thing?
No, at least not that I've seen. I don't know what that is.
It just makes like all like previous songs that you have or whatever go to like a super high difficulty, and they were like Street Pass and Spot Passable, I think. And like
I haven't unlocked that yet. Maybe. I wouldn't know if that's
it's
still
interesting
in there.
That they hit a bunch of songs behind that you can only access through that. So,
I mean, they give you new things at a pretty steady pace, but it's kind of funny that they have some things like locked that should be just standard things. Like you can't access your settings until you've played through like 2 songs.
yeah, I don't know,
but I don't know. I still like it. Highly recommended. let's move on to news. Michael, how about you do your story first?
Would you like to play a PlayStation game?
Which one?
Sometimes, yes.
Would you like to play it right now?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I love that on my Vita TV.
Oh yeah, you can totally Vita TV, PS3, your regular Vita, or one of many Sony branded televisions. You can totally play a PlayStation game as long as you have like a disc, because PlayStation Now is ending its service on all those things. It'll only continue on PS4 and Windows 10. I assume it only works on Windows 10. They specifically said Windows 10. So I guess maybe older OSs can't run it, but that's it. They said that they're focusing their resources. Sony said that they're focusing their resources on just those two platforms. It won't end until August. So you've got some time to finish whatever the fuck you're playing on PS Now. I have no clue what's up there.
They have a lot now. Like, I got an email that was like, Red Dead's there now. And I was like, alright.
What? Like, alright.
DMC HD collection? That sounds like a nightmare with all that latency.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they spent a lot of money when they bought Gaikai to start this thing. So,
oh yeah,
they remember that. Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
So you have some time. You have until August, and so if you still have a subscription right now, make sure you turn off auto enroll by at least August. The cool thing about PlayStation Plus is that it has cloud saves. So if you have PS Plus, that those cloud saves will carry over. So if you get a PS4, if you get a PC, all that stuff's still there. That's about it. Like that, I don't think this is that surprising. PS4 has been out relatively long enough for something like this that's probably not used a ton to get axed. When they list PS3 along with Vita TV, and like 20 some odd Sony TVs, which I didn't even know had this, it's pretty clear that nobody was using it on any of those devices. Must have just cost too much money to keep, because that's got to be a lot of data, like streaming a game, not just downloading a packet that then opens up on your PS4, PS3, or whatever. Like, you were streaming that game constantly from a PC somewhere underground, I don't know, in Colorado. So it's not surprising that they kind of ended it. It was just kind of out of nowhere. So good luck if you want to play all those streaming games.
Yes, please take care of yourself there. Rose, would you like to share your news story with us?
Sure. Zelda's coming out next month.
Jesus. Like 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
Not even a month. 2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks it's coming out. Because we're in February.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Boy.
I gotta get that pre-order in. Yeah, it's coming out. And also, eventually, there's gonna be DLC for it. Because Nintendo announced for the first mainline Zelda game, because they did do this with Hyrule Warriors, they're gonna do a season pass for Zelda. And it's honestly not that bad, but I'll say what's in it first, because it's like, I don't know. Okay, so when you buy it, you get like a pre-order bonus type thing, where when you start up the game, there'll just be 3 chests around the world. I assume it'll have like a fancy like shield or something in it, and then like some money. But it also, one of those chests will have a Nintendo Switch t-shirt, which is very awkward because you can play this game on the Wii U, but I don't know if you want to make Link walk around with a Switch t-shirt, like...
What does the t-shirt do?
They didn't say. They just said that it's an exclusive Nintendo Switch t-shirt.
Oh, I thought that was part of like the DLC or season pass. Oh. So that is its own DLC. That's it? It just adds chests?
It's part of the season pass.
Okay.
It's that, like, when you buy the season pass, since none of this, the rest of the content's not coming till later this year, you'll get these 3 chests day one.
Okay, so if I bought Zelda and bought a season pass, the future DLC is coming, I've already paid for it, but then I also get these chests.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I know you really want that Switch t-shirt, so.
I can't wait.
So the first pack is coming out in the summer. It's going to have, like... Have either of you played Twilight Princess?
No.
A little bit.
Alright. If you only play a little bit, you don't. There's this cave you can do in the desert later in the game that's like kind of like a... Not a boss rush, but like an enemy rush mode. I guess it's adding that, which... it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also adding a hard mode and a new map feature, which they refused to elaborate on what that meant.
Sure.
Weird.
The new hard mode has already been determined to not be our hero mode that's usually in Zelda games. Don't know what that would be if it's not hero mode, but Eiji Aonuma has been saying that he wanted to do like Master Quest. You know what Master Quest is for Ocarina of Time?
Yes.
Yeah, like doing a Master Quest for a Zelda game again, so it might be that, which would be kind of cool. But that would be really quick, since that one's coming out in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is just they're adding another dungeon to the game. And that won't be until winter.
How much is all of this?
$20. And you can't buy them individually.
Okay, that was my next question. That's great then. $20 is nothing.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I find it really odd that you can't buy them individually.
I mean, then it's not really a season pass. It's just...
No, it's not. It's buying a DLC pack.
Yeah, it's DLC. It just doesn't all come out at once. Like...
Yeah.
Calling it a season pass is a little misleading.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I almost feel like they called it a season pass to almost, like, negate some vitriol, because I feel like saying that it's a DLC pack that doesn't come out all at once, I feel like DLC pack carries with it this kind of thing where it's like, it's a cheaper, like, little bundle thing. So I feel like if they said, yeah, it's $20 for DLC spread out over the year, people would be like, that's too expensive. But saying it's a season pass and it's $20, like, they look at other season passes and other season passes are $40. Now they get to look like it's cheap.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Anytime someone says DLC, there's a group of people who get, like, irrationally angry. And then if you say Nintendo and DLC, there's another bigger group of people who get irrationally angry. So
absolutely,
there's no win-win.
Like, I mean, this is the first time that I can think of where Nintendo's done DLC for something that's like a single-player heavy game. Like, they did Mario Kart, they did Smash, they kind of did Splatoon. Like, Splatoon wasn't really paid for DLC,
did
but...
they do one? Oh, I think
like,
that's
I can't
it,
think of anything.
No, yeah.
So,
I
right. mean, like, people are probably already a little pissed off about this, but it seems pretty standard to me, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like good DLC to me.
Yeah, like, people were getting mad. I saw that, like, this is being announced before the game's even out, but, like, with them saying, like, it's not coming out till summer. Yeah, I don't know. It's not coming out till summer.
Why would you get angry about that? Again,
because it's 20 content, Michael. Michael, it's cut content, Michael.
Sake. I fucking hate people who play video games.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest fucking... Like,
it's really stupid to me because, like, this game has been in development for so long, and, like, this stuff isn't coming out for 6 months, or, let's see, like, yeah, like, kind of like 6 months, and then, like, a year after launch.
Even if it came out, like, a month later, like, games go gold months in advance sometimes, totally. Especially a game like this has probably been gold since either the beginning of this month or maybe even beginning of January. Because they have to print, they're probably printing a ton of discs because they're printing a ton of Switches and there's not much out for it.
Mm-hmm.
Or not discs, cartridges, which I imagine take longer to make. But, like, who gives a shit if it came out 2 weeks later? Don't buy it. You, like, that's the weirdest thing about any DLC, anything anyone's ever argued against. Like, it's not a good value. Like, all right, then don't buy it. Like, if that's how you beat any of it. Like, oh, this new Zelda game it's not the Zelda game I want, then don't buy it. Like, that's it. If you can yell about it all you want on the forums, but I bet a lot of those people are going to buy the stuff anyways. So
yeah, I don't even think this is bad, especially like Nintendo. Like you said, they haven't done a single player one, but I think their track record so far with DLC, like between Smash and especially Mario Kart, like I remember Mario Kart, you could spend $12 and get 8 maps. Like that's half of what's in the game. Like, or was it? It was more than 8 maps, wasn't it?
Well, I mean,
16 maps.
Yeah, they had a shit ton of maps and all those characters and stuff too. Yeah, it was a lot.
And like that alone should just be like, they're probably not going to half-ass it.
even if they do, like, they need to catch up.
Yeah, they do. They need to have some, like, trying.
It's the same thing when they charge for online and people freak the fuck out. Like, Xbox has been charging since their original console. Like, calm down and not you can't complain. Nintendo is the third rung of the console tier, and then also get angry whenever they try to modernize their console.
I think the issue with that was specifically Nintendo has never proven themselves to be even competent at online. So the idea of like getting another Nintendo consoles online, but you also have to pay for it,
I mean,
like, would just be like,
what console had done online really well before the original Xbox? None. What console did free games monthly really well before PS Plus? None. So you can't.
But with like Nintendo being the third console to implement it and like consistently still messing it up, like how the Wii U's was so bad even after the PS3 and Xbox had gotten like a footing.
Sure, but nobody's making you online. Nobody's making you pay for it. Wait to see how my problem is that so many consumers, especially when it comes to video games, always make it sound like whether it's DLC, the online, the Switch isn't exactly what I wanted. They make it seem like they have to buy it.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to buy this, but it's not what I wanted. I have to get this DLC, but it's not. It feels like it's cut content. I have to get the online for every year, get all the free games, but it's not. It's not what I wanted. Like, well, don't fucking buy any of it. I think know
the problem with Nintendo's is like, especially with how the Wii U was, like, people think of that as like, oh, that's the one console I have where I can just pop in Splatoon and play it. I don't have to worry about paying that sub. Like, I feel like then saying like, oh, Splatoon 2's coming out.
Then they should have like. I'm sorry. Welcome to the real world. Like, I can't go back in time. I can't go back in time to a time where all my games didn't have to install automatically. Like, that's just the world they live in. It's the world they live in. Like, we also don't have to use memory cards, so that's pretty nice. So, that's just change happens, and you kind of have to just judge it as it comes and not constantly go, oh, I have to buy this thing. Like, just either don't or do it. Like,
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to criticize them, but I do find that it errs a lot on the side of bad thought processes. Like, for example, saying this is cut content. It's probably not cut content. Like, this isn't hurting your Zelda game, dude.
It's not even probably, like, no, that's not cut content.
No, it isn't. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like, this is coming out a year after the game's out. Like, that game's already been gold, like you said, for
even
a month.
Even if it was cut content, you have to judge the game as a finished product.
We don't know what that game is yet.
Yeah, if that's an 80-hour game and they cut out 2 hours, fuck it, dude. Like, who cares? Is it still good? Yes.
No, it needs to be the forever game. It needs to be the game.
That's kind of what it is. It's like, oh, I wish it was all in one, and got delayed again till June, and then I bought it, and then it was 85 hours instead of 80, and it would have been perfect.
I think, like, my only worry with this is that I'm hoping that since Splatoon has, like, you'll have to pay online. Hopefully Splatoon stays with their DLC model for the first game, because if they start going like, oh, you need to buy, like, a normal shooter's, like, prices for what they put out in those Splatoon patches, that could get real bad. But
I don't think they'll do that. I think it's pretty set. And for what it's worth, you don't have to, like, Splatoon comes out in summer, but their paid online doesn't start till fall.
Sure. Yeah,
so you have a couple months free.
Yeah. But so that's happening.
Times.
Yeah. I'm more glad that they're at least trying things now. I hope this proves that they're at least thinking about modern things with the Switch, because like the fact that they'll have like season pass support basically instead of going through this weird elaborate thing you had to do for the Mario Kart ones.
Mm.
That's good.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Oh.
Here is my story, and mine is also a big and fucked up tale. I hope you all remember how fucking awful it was to do anything on Steam because of Steam Greenlight.
Well, kind of.
Look. Alright, well,
Steam
yeah.
Greenlight
like,
was a symptom of the larger disease called Steam's shitty UI.
Yeah, so Steam Greenlight was a bit of a mess. Notice how I used was, because Valve is moving away from Steam Greenlight to try something new. They specifically said that
Not hyperventilating.
they are going to be working on something new called Steam Direct. Developers will fill out like professional paperwork and pay a deposit for every game they upload on the service. And the deposit will be paid back after the game makes enough money to cover that deposit. And then Valve will just include it in their like payment to the developer. This doesn't seem like that bad of a thing until Valve mentions that the deposit will range between $100 to $5,000, which that will hurt a lot of smaller developers who are just making their first game, and they're, you know, they don't exactly have $5,000 lying around. But, you know, there's some merit to the idea where it's like, oh hey, we're not just having Digital Homicide or somebody other like that just dumping their bullshit onto Steam Greenlight and then getting votes because they're giving out free keys to their games to people who don't know better. You know, this is a step in the right direction, in my opinion, and I hope that Valve listens to the developers and decides to say, hey, you know, it's not going to be $5,000. It's going to be something far less than that. But I do think making some kind of hurdle so you don't just shit out Unity asset rips here and there, I think that will help make Steam a much cleaner environment. And it will probably be better for consumers and hopefully better for developers, because it'll make it so people can actually see games on the front page instead of just, oh, hey, look at that, Wild Animal Racing's 20 cents.
It won't get that. Like, the problem is it won't get rid of that entirely. You'll still have,
I mean, of course,
you'll still have like Digital Homicide could have had $5,000 to begin with. Like, they could have jumped that hurdle very easily.
Yeah.
Like, so you could still have that trash, just not as much of it. I want to say that.
I think it's a step.
Sure, but it's a step that avoids the problem that causes this, and it's the lack of human-eyes moderation on this stuff.
Yeah, like,
and
not to the degree that it was, but like a certification process, something like that.
Yeah, and like the part of that really irks. There's two parts of that irk me the most. It's the words "professional paperwork." What were they filling out before? Just like a Google form?
I have no idea.
That in and of itself tells me that that's how little they thought of Greenlight, and probably how little they're thinking about Direct, like just the next step up. It's nowhere near enough. And then the 100 to 5,000, I want to say, was based on the developer individually, not necessarily a flat fee. So if, you know, Jim Bob comes along and Jim Bob wants to make his shooter, it might be $100 because he's an individual. But if a company comes along like Digital Homicide and maybe they've published 3 or 4 games and they've all sucked, that might be $5,000 because you guys are really shitty at making games.
I don't think they were saying like that was the thing. I think they were saying they haven't figured out a price and that it was just.
This is what I heard like afterwards. Other people were saying that they tried to clarify it somewhere. I didn't really see the source of it, but that people were saying it would change depending on the developer and who was applying. But it still might not necessarily be as high as 5,000 or as low as 100. It could be somewhere in between. Which again, that's really shitty that they don't have a price set.
Yeah, I think it's shitty. I think that like there needs to be some sort of barrier to entry, but at the same time, like I don't know what it stops. Like most of the people who are gonna make like the really really bad games are probably not gonna like sneeze at like $100 fee, and like I don't know. Like I just I mean, I don't like the idea of.
If you're the kid, like go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like the idea of them making a larger fee than that either, because that stops like people who legitimately are trying to make a game. Like they're working on their game and they're part time and they're like really scraping by with the bills or whatever. They're like, oh, I want to publish this game, and like saying like, oh, you also have to pay $3,000 is like, oh, well, okay.
It also like. There's also the avenue of people who are putting games on Steam who don't want to make money, but they like making video games. Like Depression Quest is on Steam. It's free. It's an incredible video game. It's a very good way of like introducing somebody of like what depression is or understanding it on a deeper level. But if that required $100 to put on Steam, then who's to say or 5,000? There's no way to recoup that cost because it's free. So, there's no like free to play hooks in it. You don't have to pay $5 to actually go party with your friends in Depression Quest. So like you're also putting barriers in front of art. And like I know that's a weird deeper discussion for video games, but I just this seems like, oh well, Greenlight sucks. Why does it suck? Well, people can put whatever they want on there and they can just game the system. Okay, how about we charge them money and they fill out some paperwork? Cool. How much do we charge them? I don't know. Frank says 5,000 and Kelly says 100. Okay. Somewhere in between there. Like none of it's professional. None of it feels like they sat in a room and came up with a pay system of like, hey, it's your first time, $250. Hey, it's your third time, $1,000. Like none of it feels like they actually thought about it. It feels like they slapped this together and they all went and asked the engineers, can we do this? And they said, and they said, okay, put the post up. Like that's the most frustrating thing about Steam and about Valve is, and I get it from a business standpoint. They don't want to hire the people who will have to put this stuff together to moderate it. This is easier. It can be automated. They don't have to touch it. If it goes bad, they can make tweaks. Like it's the least overhead decision they could make. But it is not the smartest decision they could make, and it just continues to make them seem, as a company, disconnected from the people who use their product. Because the only people they listen to are the people on our PC Master Race on Reddit, and that's it. And they're the loudest motherfuckers around. It's like, no, tons of people use your service. Tons of developers use your service. Why aren't you asking them? Why are you just slapdashing this thing together and then shrugging your shoulders and then hoping it works? Like they're the biggest PC retailer and they don't act like it. They act like it's a burden to figure this stuff out. So they just toss it together.
Yeah, it's a real mess.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know the answer, but at the same time, I feel like, I do hope it's not that taxing on people who deserve to not be taxed, but also the people who are just dumping shit on there for no reason other than to just scam money from people. Basically, they deserve to get driven away. So, it sucks that no matter what you do to try to hurt the people that are hurting others, you still end up hurting the people that don't deserve it. So, I hope that Steam figures out some kind of way to make it easier for the smaller devs who might not be able to swing that money. Let's move on to questions. Michael?
Hi.
Would you like to read questions for us, please?
I can read questions for you.
Then please do.
Oh, okay. You can send questions to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can head over to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And your questions will sound like these questions. Shoot us questions. Instead of Marvel vs. Capcom, what two or more game, TV, film franchises would you mash together and make fight? Star Wars and Star Wars. Give me a good Star Wars fighting game. Muppets versus Sesame Street.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a tag team battle. So it's like if you team up with Kermit and Fozzie, they get a +2 to defense, and if you team up Kermit and Miss Piggy, it's +5 to just her attack. But only if Kermit gets knocked out first. Big Bird is OP. You can only choose him alone. You can't. He doesn't get a giant character. Yeah.
Who's the giant character on the Muppet side?
Who's the big tall guy?
Yeah, the big tall guy.
Big brown tall guy.
Yeah.
Shit. I'll look him up. Keep talking.
Okay.
Go, John. I can't think. I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Sweetums.
Sweetums, that's right.
Sweetums, yeah.
That's actually kind of great.
That's a good name.
Capcom versus DC. Or not Capcom, sorry. Marvel versus DC. That's a absolute pie in the sky, but...
There was some rumblings that Capcom was going to try to make a DC fighting game. So
they
that
did.
might have actually legitimately happened if Capcom ended up making the DC thing, because they had both the licenses.
Yeah, I said they did. I meant MK versus DC was a video game.
Yeah,
which is good.
That game fucking sucked.
I thought that game was good. It's not
great.
I thought it was fine. The story is absolutely batshit insane, but that's where Injustice came from.
I mean, Injustice is good, but MK versus DC was I don't know. It was stiff.
Maybe I'm thinking of Injustice then. I don't remember.
Yeah, Injustice plays fine.
Disney versus Universal.
Throw SeaWorld in there too.
No.
Shamu shows up.
Yeah, but they always lose.
As they should.
Yep.
As they should.
Any others? Anyone got any ones?
The Resident Evil movies versus the Silent Hill movies.
Well, the Silent Hill movies are very dead, so those don't even get a chance.
What? Silent Hill isn't very dead.
The movies are. And kind of the franchise.
Yeah, everything. That's what I'm saying. What isn't very dead? All of them are dead. It's sad.
I remember I had a really dumb idea when I was a kid. Not even when I was a kid.
Just
but
one?
A while ago. Yeah, one. No, it was when PlayStation All-Stars got announced. I was thinking, Nintendo has, a fighting game series. Now PlayStation has one, but what would Microsoft have? And I was just well, it wouldn't be a fighting game. It could just be, a shooter where, they mash up all the different, shooter characters, and you have, a GoldenEye-style multiplayer thing where they're just fighting each other.
You're right. That is a dumb idea.
It's a very dumb idea, but I don't know. It might be fun, but
who else?
Master Chief and Marcus Phoenix and shit like that.
And who else?
I don't know. I thought of a couple of other ones.
Crackdown. John Crackdown.
Yeah, Crackdown guy, Alan Wake.
John Q. Crackdown.
Cameo.
That's Rare.
Yeah, she could just shoot something.
Oh, I guess they own Rare.
Yeah.
So, Perfect Dark Lady.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Miss Perfect Dark.
Joanna Dark.
Joanna.
Not Dan. Did I say Dan?
Jesus.
Joanna Dark.
You said Joanna Dark, and that's really fun. That's basically saying John Dark, but it's a lady.
What a terrible
her name's
name.
Joanna Dark, yeah. I don't know.
Conquer.
Skyrim Man.
What about Wall Guy?
Wall Guy?
Oh, you don't know Wall Guy?
No, what?
It was early, I think that was Xbox. It was early images coming out of the Xbox, that they were showing around, and one of them was Wall Guy. It was a guy pressed up against a wall with a gun, and then you could see around the corner, and there was somebody around the corner, but it looked so bad that he just looked flat, and it became this kind of joke of this idea that they put this out, look how good this looks. It just looks bad.
That was from Perfect Dark Zero.
Yeah, there you go. Which was
I just googled Wall Guy, and the first thing that comes up is Jeff Gerstmann making fun of Wall Guy.
Great.
So.
All right then.
What about Blinks the Time Cat?
Yes.
What about Brute Force?
Wait, they have Killer Instinct.
I mean,
Yeah.
strap a gun to a Forza car. There you go.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're getting into it. Fable. Fable with machine guns. Peter Molyneux, just Peter Molyneux.
Yeah.
Oh
Peter.
my god. Yeah. Instead of shooting though, he just he waves the bullets out of the way. He's like, "There's no violence in this world."
He just a dog shows up. He's like, "You're gonna love this dog," and your character falls in love with the dog, and then while you're falling in love with the dog,
that's his finisher move, like his final smash is like he kills the dog in front of you, and you're very upset.
Oh, I'm gonna move on now. That's too upsetting.
Instead of regular projectiles, he just chips off of the cube. That's a deer.
Yeah. Instead of his finisher is he shuts down your studio.
Aw.
No,
sorry. Anonymous asks why.
When you find out, tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really though.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
That's my question to you. Why not? See what you got in there. Bloody Pinata asks, do any of you have houseplants? Abject silence.
No, I did at one point.
We're around nothing but dead inanimate objects.
Hey, can they be dead if they're inanimate? Well, I guess maybe.
Yeah, they're not alive.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like Toy Story. But then again, are those things alive? Those things are just animated.
We don't know that.
Check Woody's pulse. See if he's alive.
Listen, I don't want to get into a philosophical discussion on whether or not the toys from Toy Story are alive or not.
Only Buzz was alive. The rest were dead on the inside. Buzz had the heart and soul of Tim Allen.
What does that say about, more traditional values? The spaceman's in his life.
I'm going to move on.
What?
I'm going to move on. Anonymous asks, ever think about recording the video of your podcast? That's not much to see.
Yeah, I mean, that's an idea, but that just seems like way more effort than we have the time to do. We don't really have, the tools necessary to make that look nice. I mean,
I think we do. Yeah, we do.
I mean, we could do a Google Hangout.
We have the tools to do it. We don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean that's mostly it. It's just we would have to string together a bunch of our videos to make it not look horrible.
I think we could do it. It would just we could do it. It would just be a little more effort than the podcast currently takes.
And I think we're fine. I think we're good. I mean, maybe someday that would be something we could think about.
I wouldn't mind doing a separate occasional Google Hangout thing where we invite people on and answer questions. That's very 2014. We could do that.
Yeah, that sounds more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, something a little separate, but yeah, I think doing the whole video, recording a video of us talking, that seems like it's a lot more time for something that I don't know, honestly, I personally don't really see that much of an appeal for, unless there's something more to it, oh hey, we're all hanging out together. We're interacting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just watch me look into a webcam and be like, here I am. Hi, you're looking at me talk. I don't know.
Yeah, it's overrated looking at you talk.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's the nastiest thing I've ever said to you.
Oh, no, it's not. It's just one of many.
Yeah, that's low. That's low on the list. If we were all in one room or something, I think it would be a little more interesting, because then you could see all the threatening gestures we make towards one another, and how many of us don't wear pants. The hint is none of us.
Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Anonymous asks, Niall pointed this out. that this person calls it Review of the Week. The Anonymous asks, why do I love Review of the Week? I assume they mean, what's the real name?
Report of the Week.
Report of the Week. I accidentally call it Review of the Week constantly. So whoever this soulmate of mine is mispronounced it Review of the Week when it's Report of the Week.
You shouldn't love Report of the Week. He's a fucking crime
He's
man.
terrible. He's bad.
Crime man is exactly how I would describe him. That's exactly what he is.
I just found out that he lives, like, I didn't just find it out, but I found out semi-recently that he lives in the same fucking city that I do.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've been trying to, whenever we watch the videos, I've been trying to locate which of the fast food restaurants he is at. It is a little more difficult than you think it is.
Because, I mean, you know, I live in Orlando now, and that's a very large city, so it's not like I can, like, triangulate exactly where he is and, like, fight him or anything, but maybe someday. I don't know.
You two are going to meet and become one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There will be one left standing. It will be me.
Yeah, and his name will be John.
We don't know if that's
me.
Not his name. We don't know. Listen,
we do.
All I know about Report of the Week is that, like, when he had that stalking stuff happen to him, and then he was saying that after the stalking stuff got resolved, his parents were suing him?
What?
His parents were suing him for reckless endangerment. Endangerment? Yeah.
What? All right.
Because he was getting stalked while he was living there, and I was like, that explains a lot about, like, why he's the way he is.
That's weird. I sometimes feel bad for him, and sometimes think he's a disgusting goblin creature.
Yeah, no, that's the right way to think of it. Unless you listen to the show.
A couple more questions. Let's keep busting through these. Anonymous asks, just a prediction, do you think this open door policy at E3, I wouldn't call it an open door policy, will continue into the future, or will it fail to win back developers? It's not open door. It's open to the public and only 15,000 people. Trust me, E3 is not open door. They check your badges everywhere.
I think they probably just mean more open than usual.
Sure. No, I know what they mean, but language, words.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll actually be successful. I think if they don't change anything, if E3 that I went to last year is this pretty much the same E3 we go to later this year, the 15,000 people will probably not get the experience that they want. Now, I know they're adding like the Jeff Keighley stuff, and there's panels, and there's some interesting things happening, but if those 15,000 people walk away having spent $250 plus the travel to LA and all that stuff, and downtown LA is expensive as shit unless you go to Denny's constantly, like, you're just not going to have a fun time, and you're not going to have a lot of access to games, and I don't know how that rewards developers, I don't know how that rewards the public, and I don't know how that rewards the press. But if they do something interesting, if those 15,000 people can push Twitter or engagement or whatever their aim is to do towards a game that would normally not get that attention, then whomever gets that attention will love it. And then as long as other developers see an opportunity there, you will see a more public-facing E3 and a more private, press-only E3 than you do now. And that'll just mean for us in the press, it'll mean more little cubicle-sized rooms or bigger that are made to look like bat caves. And you'll sit in line like you do at PAX. And I'm fine with that because I'm in the press. But I don't know if that's worth it at the end. So I hope it works out. Anyone else have opinions?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think that this is gonna like bring developers back en masse, but you know, some people might be like, oh, you know, I feel like this will bring in a good amount of smaller devs, and it might bring back a couple of the bigger ones because they could just be like, oh hey, we have this area where we're just giving out shirts. Buy our game next month. You know, I think that would be really easy for them to do and pretty cheap, instead of being like, oh yeah, no, we have all these game kiosks that we had to set up these demos and, you know, make these vertical slices for the press. Like, of course they're still going to have that there, but they're not going to have to work on it as much because they can just market directly to people who are there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just don't see this bringing back Activision. And the smaller devs have to be a part of the ESA to get in. So unless they suddenly figure out like some buddy system to get guys like Devolver in there, which is a shame that they continue to ignore Devolver and like try to block them. Yeah. Unless they figure out some like Kensha Hall like solution of, hey, just pay this one-time fee. You don't have to be a part of the ESA. Then you can set up over here and you're officially part of E3. Like, I just don't see them doing that. But maybe it gets EA back because they're way over in Hollywood. Maybe it gets them back, but Activision's not coming back. You know, 2K don't give a shit. They're there, but it's like, we don't need you. So, it's a tough position for E3 to be in. I don't really envy them in the decisions they have to make, but it might get, like, the lower tier publishers to, like, stick around a little bit longer. It might convince Nintendo to have more of a floor presence than they did last year. But you might see more booths like Atlas's was last year, where they were giving away all that stuff, and it was not worth going anywhere near. So, that's what I think.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's exactly what I would say. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Anonymous asks, do you have a particular soundtrack you associate with a video game? I can't play Final Fantasy X without thinking about Shakira's My Hips Don't Lie. I'm not going to... I don't... What... I kind of want to know why. I kind of don't want to know why you think about Shakira's My Hips Don't Lie. I don't really have that. I can't think of a song that makes me think about a video game, or a video game that makes me think about a song that's not necessarily, like, in the game.
I have two. One, I associate all instances of Halo with Welcome to the Black Parade, because that's who I am.
that goes really well together.
And then I associate Skyrim with the Madoka soundtrack, the anime Madoka. Because I use this mod that changes all the music in Skyrim to the Madoka music, and it works really, really good.
I could see that, actually.
It's just really soft, like piano and like cello music and stuff like that. Like it works good for snowy ass tundra hell.
Is that like a big ass snake?
Yeah, it's exactly like a big ass snake.
Cool, great.
Speaking of Halo, I specifically associate Halo with that song from, I think, Space Jam, where it's like, y'all ready for this?
Oh, sure.
I just think of that because I would always play that song in my microphone to my friends to bother them when we would play Halo Forge games together.
You're a bad person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
It's a little harsh.
Next question.
This one comes in from Sox Mahoney, who asks a really strange question. I'll just go through the whole thing. 2 shooters are stuck in a room, alone, for 30 days. There is a gun with only 1 bullet. There are no other objects in the room that could lead to someone's demise other than the gun. Apart from the soylent that they must drink in order to stay sustained, if one kills the other person, the other may leave 2 days early. Which 2 would make it out alive? Who would crack under the pressure? Wait, you only leave 2 days early? Why kill anyone?
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You say that, but imagine you're like 25 days in, and you're like, I can get out like in 2 days if I do it now. Otherwise, it's almost a week.
That just sounds like E3 with John.
Wow. Well, I guess we know who would survive.
John would not survive. Yeah, we would drown him or something. I don't know why specifically drown him.
You would use up all the soylent.
I don't know who would survive. Probably Ryan, because he's like, I'm just gonna kill one. I'm just gonna kill you. Yeah.
I can just imagine him I can imagine him very casually just like reaching over with a knife and just like slitting someone's throat and just being like, all right, whatever, I'm done.
Just in life? Because there's no knife in this scenario.
I think he would have one on him.
Oh. Alright.
I don't know.
I don't know. We even asked something like this before, like who would win in a fight if you're all on a desert island, who would survive, and it's usually just Niall.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, I think the rest of us would drive.
Take the initiative.
I think we'd all like drive the others insane and off each other slowly one by one, and then Niall would just, once like it's just Ryan covered in blood, he's like, all right, see you, buddy. It's you're done. I was fed up with all of you the instant we landed. He's pulling the strings. It's like an episode of The Survivor where he's just like turning everyone against one another to do his bidding. Final question. You can send questions to us by going to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask, or if you like electronic mail, you can go to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com or not go there, like aim things that way, and we'll get them. And maybe I'll check that email. Who knows? PayPal keeps sending us stuff, so you can too. Last question comes in from Anonymous that asks, if there's anything Western RPGs could learn from JRPGs, what would it be?
Don't be as long as a JRPG.
Wait, that's not learning.
They're oftentimes the same length.
I guess that's
what I'm saying. Stop being so fucking long.
Yeah, sure.
More, I don't know, anime boobs.
I have two. One,
okay,
good soundtracks. Because, like, playing Tales of Berseria makes me go like, oh yeah, they're playing this song. Like, this is the song that plays during the sad parts and stuff like that, and I remember it. And then if you ask me what plays during the sad scenes in Assassin's Creed, good luck with that one. Like,
are there sad scenes?
Well, yeah, probably. Let me think of what's an RPG. Skyrim. Tell me, like, any of the music that plays in Skyrim normally? I couldn't tell you like, other than the one song.
The level up one.
That's just yelling.
No, there's music to it.
It's very roughly, but like compare that to like finishing the battle in Final Fantasy and like the distinction.
Sure, between those two. I'm not saying it goes song to song.
You're saying that it exists, but like it's not. Yeah. No, I just think like they could do better.
You're right. The 20-year-old franchise Final Fantasy has more recognizable music than Skyrim.
Listen, even like I can tell you like the Tales of Berseria level up music compared to like Skyrim's music. I could tell you that.
Sure.
I can tell you the Neptunia one. I can tell you.
I could probably tell you the Neptunia song too, which is kind of fucked up.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm going to count down, and I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I want you both to do the Neptunia music at the same time. Just hum it.
I don't think I could do that.
Just hum it. You just said you could.
I said maybe.
Well, maybe we're gonna find out. Ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. John, I didn't hear you at all.
I hummed it.
I didn't hear a single note.
Well, Niall will just have to like bass boost me.
Get that deep bass.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I kind of wish Western RPGs had some of the style that JRPGs have, especially more modern ones.
Like Persona 5.
Yeah, well, Persona 5, Digimon Cyber Sleuth had it. Even like what are those not Pokemon games? Yokai Watch. Yeah, that has its own style to it. So I kind of wish they had like they were more willing to go out on a limb and be a little more quirky and weird and instead of just like, I don't know, medieval.
I think I know what else I would say, which is story. Not specifically how the story works, but I find that most JRPGs are very character-centric, whereas most Western JRPGs are more like big picture type things. Like how oh, look at this is like the political turmoil or stuff like that, whereas like they'll have that in a JRPG, but it will also be like these are the characters involved in that political turmoil.
That's why I ended up liking The Witcher so much, because there is a political intrigue surrounding it, but most of that game is about Geralt and Ciri and all that stuff. So it's you are absolutely right about that, because I think about like Final Fantasy VI. I play that, and there is that encompassing story of the Empire, but there's also these characters that are, their lives are being torn apart because of it and all that stuff, and you get to learn about them, not just watch some random character be like, oh no, the Empire, no, and that's it. But yeah, thanks for the questions.
What were you gonna say, Michael? Were you gonna say
sorry.
I don't remember. I'm playing Tap Tycoon now. I have 15 AF. I'm like halfway through Human ATM. I'm gonna update my media center here. I need to get all these to 500. I'm close to prestiging. Close to prestiging. I got I need 600 AF for prestiging. So
we're ending this podcast.
All right, yeah, sure, whatever.
3 fingers. I have auto tap going on right now. Just giving me money. Giving me money.
That will do it for this week's show. I'd like to thank both of you for being on. We'll have more on the site as time goes on. Maybe some reviews, maybe some videos.
There will be a Neo review soon. There will be some videos soon.
Yes, we're all working on it.
Straight up. It's gonna happen.
Alright. But make sure that you check the site for more news, reviews, and videos. And we will be, of course, back next week for another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. Thank you very much.